Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. In this one, I wanted to ask the question, out of all the rookies the Jets drafted, who do you think is going to be the most impactful for the team next season? Right, obviously Joe Douglas had 3 first-round picks. He selected a handful of offensive players, a handful of defensive players. There's a lot of talent here. Okay, I think when we just take a look at the numbers, the stats, you can even make an argument, the fantasy production, it's probably going to be Breece Hall. That's my best guess when we just take a look at numbers on paper. Because at the end of the day, the running back touches the football a lot, right? So based off of sheer volume, Hall will be getting a lot of looks. And, you know, you take a look at where he was drafted. In fact, Joe Douglas actually traded up a couple spots to make sure the Jets landed Breece Hall. Okay, what does that tell you about how the organization feels about the former Cyclone running back? I don't think Joe Douglas, right, out of all the general managers out there, I don't see him as a guy who's going to waste a second-round pick on a running back if he doesn't believe in the upside, if he doesn't believe in the player, if he thinks he's going to be getting minimal playing time his rookie season, and the Jets already have a great running back on the roster in Michael Carter. He's not going to do that. Okay, so based off of sheer volume and just reading the tea leaves here, I do expect Breece Hall to put up some pretty solid numbers and have a pretty significant, pretty big role in the Jets offense year one. I think another guy that we could take a look at here, obviously the 10th overall pick, Garrett Wilson. This is going to be a player that's going to add explosiveness to the offense. He's going to fit the system. You can move him around, which I like. That was one of the big draws with Garrett Wilson. One of the things that kind of attracted me to him in the first place, watching him with the Buckeyes. I liked how, you know, you can put him on the outside and he can have success. You could put him on the inside and he could have success. You could send him on end arounds, right? Reverses, and he's going to have success. He's very difficult to bring down in open space. He's really effective with the football in his hands, yards after catch. I think, you know, again, when we just look at sheer numbers, the yards after the catch is going to be really, really nice. It's going to benefit and help Wilson big time, you know, for his rookie statistics. But I think and by the way, he was also drafted to kind of be the team's primary option on offense at the wide receiver position. I like Corey Davis. I love Moore. I love Barrios, but I don't think you're going to be selecting a wide receiver with the 10th overall pick if he's going to be the third option. Arguably, maybe he's the second option. Depends on how these guys look in camp. But, you know, I think Garrett Wilson he's going to be the go-to guy. Right, he could hurt you down the field, over the middle of the field, on the outside. You could throw him a screen. You could hand the ball off to him. Not necessarily like a running back, but, you know, a quick little, like we were talking about before, a quick little end around, stuff like that. Just getting him the football and watching him work. And I think a lot of Jets fans are really going to be impressed with what Garrett Wilson brings to this Jets offense. But I think for me, when I'm talking about the word impactful, when I'm thinking about it, and I guess everybody has a different definition of the word, but I think for me, it's got to be Sauce Gardner here. I understand that in this day and age, the stats are cool, right? It's fun to, you know, join the fantasy leagues with all your friends and everything like that. And watching guys score touchdowns and rack up a ton of yards and catches and break records. But I think when we look at the Jets defense last year, it was pitiful, right? It was the 32nd ranked defense in all of football. Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas, this Jets organization invested a top 5 pick, the 4th overall pick, in a cornerback that has the potential to be a Jalen Ramsey, to be a Marshawn Lattimore, to be a Humphrey. Okay, he can be that good. The size, the production that he had back at Cincinnati, how he moves for his size, I think it's rare. Okay, I really, really do. Does he fit the system? The answer is yes, of course. We all know Sauce Gardner at this point fits the Jets system, fits what they want to do. But look, if this guy could come in and blanket 33% of the field, right, a third of the field, what is that going to do for this defense? I think it's going to do a ton, right? And I'm not saying, hey, I'm not putting the weight of the world on Sauce Gardner's shoulders or anything like that. I'm not asking him to be a top 3 corner. I'm not asking him to be Darrelle Revis next season or anything, you know, crazy like that. But I am expecting a lot of production, right? I'm expecting him to be a major piece, a major impactful player on the defensive side of the football. Okay, there's a lot working for him in his favor, and I think for the Jets to pass on edge, when we all know edge is really, really important, I would say it's the most important position in this style of defense. For Joe Douglas to pass on every single offensive lineman, Evan Neal, Charles Cross, Ike Ekwonu, 3 top 10 picks there. We all know Joe Douglas, he loves his offensive linemen. I think for the Jets, collectively, to invest in a cornerback, I think they have big plans for him, and I think he's going to play obviously immediately, but he's going to have instant success because he checks so many boxes. The Jets were last in points allowed and yards allowed defensively, okay? 31st in takeaways, 30th in passing yards allowed. I think selecting a guy that has the potential to be a top 5 corner, a top 5 draft pick, he will make a humongous difference. Okay, now I'm assuming everything goes well. I'm assuming, no injury happens or anything like that, and he comes in and he lives up to being the 4th overall pick. But man, when I look at what Sauce Gardner can do for this Jets defense this upcoming season, I definitely feel like he will be the most impactful player out of all these different rookies that the Jets selected. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you thinking Breece Hall? Are you thinking Sauce Gardner? Maybe Jermaine Johnson, Garrett Wilson? I do think our last 3 picks are more developmental guys, although I do feel like all of them will get playing time. Mitchell, I'm not so sure about, just because George Fant and Mekhi Becton are like locked in as the starting spots. But, as far as Jeremy Ruckert is concerned, there's definitely going to be a small role, at least a small role, his first season. And then, of course, with Clemens, different pass rushing situations, sub-package looks, everything like that. I feel like Clemens will definitely get in the game and make a mark, where, again, I feel like Mitchell just might not be able to crack the lineup just because there's 2 tackle spots and there's really no rotation there unless there is an injury. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Can't wait to check them out. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.